So my current role in Careflight is as the retrieval registrar. So we do domestic primary, secondary retrievals for paediatric patients, adult patients, obstetric patients, and that's from all of the communities from Darwin outwards down to midway between Darwin and Alice Springs.
What do I do here? I'm one of the retrieval registrars. I know I'm a born-again registrar, but that's what my technical title is.
Surprisingly, it's actually quite third world medicine up here. I've been out to rheumatic heart fever, which you just don't see in the developed world anymore. And that was out in the Indigenous communities. I was also being called out to a very unwell stroke patient yesterday out in another community.
Well, we've had one gentleman who had an aortic valve replacement in July of this year and who'd gone into fast atrial fibrillation and was getting some chest pain from that, so we had to bring him back in fairly quickly. And we've had one, again, unfortunately, a young man, much younger than I am, who had a myocardial infarction, and we had to go and collect him fairly urgently. Apart from that, I've had a little girl who fell and didn't actually do any damage, but we needed to check her out properly in the hospital, so she was brought back as well. Combined
with the environment, it's an amazing experience as a doctor. You're working at the clinic, the boundaries of your clinical medicine, and on top of that in this dynamic and challenging environment where you just have to roll with it and see what works to get the patient to the best level of care that you can do.
I think it's incredibly rewarding, otherwise I wouldn't have come here. I decided that I wanted to end my professional career on a high note, and I wanted to do something completely different to what I've been doing for the NHS, and I'm very pleased that Careflight offered me the job.
Yeah, I'd say it's not for the faint-hearted, and it takes a lot of years of training to get to a point where you're independently skilled enough to be able to work in this environment. I know I wanted to do it from undergraduate level, and you push for it every single year, but actually holding off and getting to a level of seniority where you have the skills to be able to work independently and actually just be able to be dynamic and just take it as it rolls and change what you're going to do. And funnily enough, it doesn't work out all the time, so you have to be able to cope with that and to come up with strategies.
But the experience is rather special in the friendliness of the staff. Well, I've been welcomed with open arms, really. I've always loved flying, and I'm getting to do what I've always loved, as well as doing medicine, which is rather special. I'm hoping that I continue to enjoy it as much as I have. I've come with my wife, and she's really enjoying Darwin as well, which is a great asset. I can recommend it.
But if you like an environment that's forever changing, you don't know what clinical scene you're going to get to without all of the information that you have on hand that we're very lucky to have in hospital medicine these days, and you're someone who does like to work within a team. It's not just you on your own, even though I can't describe it as an independent practitioner job. You're with such senior, amazing nurses who basically run the show. You're just there as an operator. Those are the guys that are behind it all, really. And with the helo, working with the crewmen and the pilots, it's a very rewarding job, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who likes that type of medical work.